Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we started building a new facility here for the production of sulfuric acid in significant quantities, utilizing sulfuric wastewater. We have an input for sulfuric wastewater. We have an input for sulfur dioxide gas, if we have that as a byproduct. I may need to put in another loading area for hydrogen sulfide gas and set up a process for that, but we don't really have that yet. We may eventually, but not at the moment, so we're just leaving it this right now because both of these are utilized in this very same process. And as you can see, I went ahead and expanded this out, adding 7 of those, 9 of these, 6 of those. It's not producing anything yet because we don't have any oxygen in here for the sulfur dioxide production. So I went ahead and manufactured the various chemical plants and air filters that we're going to need to create the required oxygen. And actually, I think there was one other thing that I did not have here. One of those, right. That is a pressure tank. It's not really necessary. We can just use any kind of standard tank, but, just for looks, we're going to use the pressure tank. Now we just need to decide where we're going to actually put this to start making oxygen gas. I do want to put it in a place where we could potentially expand. So what I may actually do is use... All depends on where we're going to load the sulfuric acid. I think we probably will load the sulfuric acid up here. We'll set up a little kind of parking area for trains, and we'll set up a loading bay. A single loading bay for sulfuric acid. We might just blueprint this whole thing, and well, no, because I want to. Yeah, we're gonna do it slightly different. Well, that's okay. So down here, I think would make sense to start making oxygen. So let's go ahead and get some of these trees out of here. We should have bots on the way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have... Let's see. Let's get rid of those. I want to have 2 rows of these guys. I'll leave a little bit of room for the tracks. And some space in between. So I did 25 of these. So that's... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. I don't know why I'm using my bots for that, but it is what it is. We're going to need, let's see, piping. Now, I might use my bots for this because it may just be simpler here. And we have one more of these, which let's go ahead and put it right there. I could have probably done this as a slight blueprint, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and see how far can these go. Yes. Need more of them. Alright, and then you guys are need to be set up to do compressed air. I'm hoping I don't have to direct these in different directions so that we actually have the capacity in the pipes for this, but we'll see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put our tank, our pressure tank, right there. No, it does not look like the pipes are going to full. In some places they are. So make sure that all these are draining fast enough. Yes, they're draining fast enough. There's plenty of capacity in those pipes. Good. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to do the air separation using 12 chemical plant Mark IIIs, which we're going to go ahead and do it like, let's see. Do you want to have the products going towards the center or going to the outside? I think it may make the most sense to send it to the center. Okay, because then what we're going to need a pump. And then let's see. Okay, so we're going to do the input here. And you're doing air separation, right? And we're going to do 6 of these in a row. I've been using blueprints to kind of repeat things. Let's go ahead and trash that. Let's just grab this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here becomes the problem, is that those are not going to line up real nice. Okay, let's see. let's at least set this up. Don't need that empty book there. All right. And actually, I probably want to have that there and that there, because I think that the oxygen and the nitrogen are actually going to be heading in this direction initially. Now, the easiest way to do this is to actually just keep everything in a line. And I'm thinking, you know what? We're just going to do that. All right, get rid of that blueprint. Let's make another one. Let's include everybody like this. One. Oh, that's... Well, it only helps if I actually put things in the right place. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and get the power laid out. Okay. So what we're going to now do is we're going to make 2 gas containers there. One of these for oxygen. Okay, so there we get an oxygen gas. And then we're going to need one for nitrogen, which we're going to do over there. And nitrogen gas, we're going to actually have you relay like this. Pop out there. And feed in there. Okay. Now, oxygen gas, we are going to pump that out. In this direction. And we'll need power. Alright, gotta find my way through here without getting crushed by a train. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna need to keep bringing this through here. So eventually... oxygen is gonna have to come through here. So it may just be easiest to kind of break it here. bring it through there because we're going to need to bring it down here. There we are. And there. There we go. Sulfur dioxide gas, yes. And sulfuric acid is beginning to produce. Now the question here is going to be, do we actually have enough purified water? Well, we aren't, because we're going to run out of sulfuric waste. It's like, are we consuming the purified water fast enough to keep the sulfur flowing? Mineralized water, purified water. Here's what we're going to need to do. Oh, I'm running against these belts. Alright. Do I have an overflow valve kicking around anywhere? I don't see one. So, we're going to need one of those, and we're going to need a clarifier. And we're going to need to do that for the purified water as well. So there we go. Anything overflows, then it'll be fine. Okay, so that is running. Oh, there actually is one other thing we need to do. I'm going to need to get rid of this nitrogen gas, or at least a bunch of it anyway. I just made that valve. Where did it put it? There it is. Oh, in fact, we do have a bunch of overflow valves. Well, Alright, I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 flare stacks. I'm not sure we need 4, but we'll go with 4 anyway. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to make sure that the oil itself is actually running. So I am going to need to get down here and add a bunch of flare stacks to make it run constantly, even when we aren't putting load on anything. And I can either use those overflow valves, which basically reduce all my tanks to 80% capacity, or I can do some clever stuff with pumps and logistics network, or, you know, the wires, to only dump out exactly what we need when we need it. See, natural gas, liquids, raw gas. We'll have to see about the gas stuff. I'm not sure where we're going to need flare stacks, but this is where we're definitely going to need flare stacks here. Given that these are just buffer tanks, I think we're just going to go ahead and use standard overflow valve systems for this. This is going to have to change. Or I could just put it there. No? Yeah. Yeah, that should actually work. As long as I do it correctly. Overflow valve there. And then this is just going to have to be like that. And then make sure that we send that underground immediately. Alright, then we're going to need to take this to an area where we can flare stack the crap out of it. Alright. And I think we're just going to use one each. Because that should be enough. Actually, let's do two each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 stacks apiece. Alright, so we're burning off the naphtha, which is now allowing us to start getting some more mineral oil. Which means that we're going to start getting some more... Well, what you need is actual residual gas. So that all these guys should then start working again. We should start producing the residuals. Which means we're going to be able to make them residual gas. Which means that'll get back up and running, which means we can get the lubricant back up and running, which means that those tanks will begin filling, which means that all of this stuff is going to work again, potentially. Now, I could flare each of these. It wouldn't be impossible to get them cut down to 80% again as buffer tanks. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and do that as well. We're going to flare these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. That's not actually where that's going to be put. Because we're going to need to put the valve on there first. Valve. 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 Oh, wrong. Where did it stick the valve? I always have trouble seeing the stinking valves. There it is. And this is actually one that needs it because the methane gas is the one that's full. There we go. Burn that off. And what I should actually probably do here is we want to put a non-return valve so that we're not burning off what's in our storage tanks. because those are not using pumps, right? A pump is a non-return valve. Pump pushes things in one direction. So these actually perform that same function, but without applying the pressure. And so that these tanks up here won't be drained. Only this tank will be drained. Yep. And actuality, now that I went ahead and did that, these should probably actually be pumps. Because the pumps make sure that what is downstream of them remains full regardless of how much is behind the pump. So, yeah, we'll do pumps there. Okay. Okay. So that should allow things to run constantly. Alright. In the meantime, we need to do a little bit more. As far as the acids go for mining. Because primarily that's what we need. We need acids for mining. So the sulfuric acid, we need a place to pick that up. And then we need to start, let's see, nitric acid. We have a place to pick up nitric acid. And we have a ton of the stuff, right? We have a ton of this stuff. So, I'm thinking we could probably utilize the existing nitric acid for the time being until it becomes an issue where we're not making enough or something like that. And then we'll have to make another facility for nitric acid. But I do not think that we actually have a place where we are picking up hydrochloric acid. Oh, let me just take a look at things here. We have 136 of those in there. We're at 48,000 in there. Okay. We've almost completely filled that silo. Once you do, this whole system will back up. Then this will back up, and this will back up, and all of this will back up, and then we should actually start getting more output out of here, and hopefully that'll help the iron situation. Alright, but I think the first thing we need to do is work on where we're actually going to pick up that sulfuric acid. And, oh, I was checking, actually. Got distracted. Where are we making the hydrochloric acid? I think we're making it here. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. There. There. No, we're making it over here. Okay, but we have nowhere we're actually picking this up. Right, we're electrolyzing saline water because we're making saline. We're taking seawater, making saline water, then we're electrolyzing it to make hydrogen and chlorine. And then we're recombining the hydrogen and chlorine to make hydrogen chlorine gas, and then taking the purified water and making hydrochloric acid with it. So we're going to have to do another one of those facilities. Alright, so are we full? Well, we're not full. Why are we not making? Because we're out of sulfur. Why are we out of sulfur? Sulfuric wastewater. We should... No, we have none. We have... Bupkis. Okay. We are starting to get sulfuric wastewater back. Where is our train? Oh, we got a big old stinking traffic jam. Alright, well, I'm going to have to resolve that, and then we're going to have to set up a place where we can pick up this sulfuric acid. Then we'll need to start building a hydrochloric acid facility. But it looks like I might have to get to that next episode because I have a train traffic jam to figure out how to fix. Alright, so we'll work on that next time, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.